Alright, unless you're blinded by nostalgia, I think we can all agree that Generation 2 of Pokemon are arguably some of the worst mainstream Pokemon games in the series. Gold, Silver, and Crystal feel more like cash grabs than anything else. Pokemon ended up giving these Gen 2 games Gen 4 remakes in Heartgold and Soulsilver, which sought out to fix the fundamental flaws of the Gen 2 games. Between the physical special split and new Pokemon evolutions, it was a little bit better, but the remakes could have been so much more. And today, we are going to explore what the Gen 2 remakes should have been like. My name is Xander, and I have done hardcore Nuzlocke on this channel, but this is the first video I'm making of this variety. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get into it. Alright, I'm gonna lose people here. I already know it. Just please hear me out, and please don't click off the video with a dislike. In my personal opinion, the Gen 2 starters suck. I said it. They're underwhelming, they're boring, and they flat out suck. What is the point of picking the starters in the first place? Let me explain. Meganium, pure grass type, in a generation where grass types suck, this could have easily been the best grass type in the game, but it's not even worth picking. It gets blitzed by the first two gym leaders. Morty doesn't even have a Mischievous, so all the ghost types he has are part poison. Then you have an ice type gym leader and a steel type gym leader. It makes no sense. Why did Meganium suck the way it did, especially when it has a type disadvantage? Pure grass is so boring. Let's face it, you probably feel bad for Meganium, but you don't really like it. It's more of, I feel bad for you, so like I want to like you just because nobody else really gives you a chance, but it's like, let's just be honest. This is sympathy, not really you liking it. For Alligator, let's talk about it. Why would I pick a pure water type in this game? Why would I pick a water type? The fact of the matter is I have a Tentacruel, I have a Kingdra, I have an Azumarill with huge power now, a Lapras, and a free red shiny Gyarados. Why would I pick for Alligator? Oh, it gets Ice Fang for Lance. Well, so does Gyarados. Lapras gets Ice Beam. Tentacruel can learn Ice Beam. And Kingdra is part dragon already. There's no point of picking a pure water type. It's just lame and boring. And it's not even the best choice. And then we get the Typhlosion. Okay. Is it arguably the best fire type in these first two generations? Maybe. But there's a reason why it's called a flightless Charizard. It has the same stats as it. How lazy and boring can you get? You wanted Gen 1 so badly in your game that you just copy and paste the Charizard. Really? Charizard wasn't even great in Generation 1. Now you take away stab wing attack, stab fly potential from Typhlosion. If Ninetales and Arcanine weren't stone evolutions, and if Houndoom wasn't so, how do I say it, unavailable for the most part, Typhlosion wouldn't even be worth picking. It's just because Game Freak always lacks in fire types that's actually worth picking Typhlosion. But I want to change that. And I'm going to lose a lot of people here. I think that they should have given these starters dual typings in Generation 4. More of a reimagine than anything else. So this is more hypothetical than anything. But I'd like to give each starter a dual typing. Considering Typhlosion already got a change in Legends Arceus, I don't think it's out of the picture that for Generation 4, they could have reimagined the game to give all the starters dual typings. Typhlosion is now Fire Ghost type. If we edit the stats just a little bit so it won't be an exact copy of Charizard, I think it would be a powerhouse Pokemon, a very unique Pokemon, and probably the best fire type in the generation. Let's go for Alligator. I think it should get part Dark type. We're going to kind of copy the blueprint of Sharpedo here. I want it to be fast after a couple Dragon Dances, of course. I want it to be fast, I want it to be high in physical attack, and I want it to have a nice move pool featuring Crunch, Ice Fang, and Waterfall. Then you can add Dragon Dance to it. Make Dragon Dance a level up move. It can already get it from an egg move, so might as well make it a level up move. It would use its part Dark Stab more than Gyarados, which is the best Dragon Dancer in the game, arguably. It would definitely be more easy to get than Kingdra. It's better than Tentacruel, Azumarill, and Lapras. So, in my opinion, Feraligatr would become the best water type in the generation. Meganium it's still going to be useless because grass types suck in Johto. By the way, I did beat Pokemon Soulsilver only using grass types, so I'd appreciate it if you checked it out. The audio is pretty bad, I have to admit, but hey, I'm still learning. But dragon types were so overpowered before fairy types existed, so giving Meganium a 4 times weakness to ice, okay, it needs the offensive power. So I think Meganium should be Grass Dragon. Give it Dragon Pulse, Dragon Breath for early evolutions, Dual Screens, Calm Mind, Leech Seed, Toxic. Make Meganium really, really good to make up for its crappy grass typing. It would be the best grass type in this generation. It'd be the best grass type in this region by a mile. And if a player plans on using another fire and water type, at least Meganium should fare solid in this generation. Agree or disagree, I think most of us can admit that these starters needed flair to them. And I think I did that with these 3 starters. They're arguably the best 3 starters of their typing, and the unique dual typing gives them extra utility. But now, we need to get into the actual gameplay problems of Pokemon Soulsilver in order to fix this game. The gameplay you're watching is from a game called Sacred Gold and Storm Silver by a legendary hack maker named Drayano. Now, we're showing this game because this is one of the best examples I could find of how you could have improved the gameplay. And it was very simple. It was a very simple fix. Let's start with the fact that you can battle the 5th, 6th, and 7th gym leader in any order you want. It's just a terrible idea. The reason why is because all of a sudden, now the level curving is so bad because now the trainers, they can't have high level Pokemon because if you want to battle them in any order you want, they can't have wild trainers with high level Pokemon. They can't have the wild Pokemon go up in level, and we'll get into the wild Pokemon when we talk about Kanto. But the biggest problem stems from this very, very thing. Having Chuck, Jasmine, and Price being battled in any order just completely messes with the flow of the game, especially when they make it to where level-wise, you actually have to battle Chuck, then Price, then Jasmine. With the routing of the game, it makes absolutely no sense. Why do you battle the gym leaders in that order? Drayano made it to where you have to battle Chuck, then Jasmine, then Price. He did this simply by blocking off the Lake of Rage and blocking off Mahogany Town so you couldn't reach it before you're supposed to. Easy fix. That's something that Game Freak could have done. It would have made the level curving better, increased the level of wild Pokemon, increased the level of the trainer's Pokemon, so that way you wouldn't have to give Team Rocket Grunts level 18 Raticates. Instead, you can try to explore with their rosters and give them different and unique Pokemon. But no, that was too much work apparently. And I don't want to bash on them too much. Making a game is difficult. But when you're making a remake of a game and you keep the same issues from the original game in the new one, it seems odd. Now let's get into Kanto. Why can you battle the gym leaders in any order? Is it cool for people who have never experienced the Gen 1 games before? Yeah, maybe. Also, why is there a random Team Rocket Grunt in Kanto? Like, we'll get into that with the Team Rocket storyline, but like, why is he there? Kanto has one major flaw. Why are the wild Pokemon ranging from level 2 to 20? Why? I got 8 badges. Why am I encountering level 2 Pokemon? In fact, you're not supposed to reach Pallet Town till you have like 14 badges. I got 14 badges. Level 2 Pokemon. Why? Why is that? And then he made it to where you had to battle the Kanto gym leaders in order. Now in the original Gen 1 games, it actually had the same problem where you could battle gym leaders in different orders. So he made it to where you had to battle Brock, Misty, Lieutenant Surge, Erica, Janine, which replaced Koga, Sabrina, Blaine, and Blue. This allows it to where you can have a good level curving. That way there's no spikes in levels. It made it to where, oh, maybe I should increase the wild Pokemon level. It's just so simple. It's such simple fixes that Drayano did. And it's so impressive to me how he could do it and Game Freak couldn't. So, I mentioned that Team Rocket storyline. We need to get into that because the Team Rocket storyline is horrible. Let me ask you something. Team Rocket's storyline. Do you ever see Giovanni? Unless you did the Celebi event, you'd never see him. Why is Team Rocket there without Giovanni? The point is that Giovanni is trying to bring him back. Okay, that's something to build off of. Okay, Giovanni has mysteriously disappeared, and Team Rocket's trying to get his attention and bring him back. Okay, we got something here. So you would think that in Heartgold and Soulsilver, they would succeed. No. He doesn't succeed. We're just supposed to believe that Giovanni is enjoying retirement somewhere in the universe, banging Ash's mom. That's what we're supposed to believe. Maybe not the last part. So, now in Soulsilver, what they do is they take over the Safari Zone now, which is awesome because it adds character to, not character necessarily, but the executives are really boring and it gives them a chance to kind of shine and it gives them a chance to be in the game more. Also, it's one of those things where you see them progressively fail to take over stuff, and then it's like, okay, now we're going to go to the radio tower, and then we're going to get his attention in this way. So it's like they've now had multiple trials and errors, so now they're going to go to the extremes and go to the tower and try to get his attention in that way. The best part about this in Soulsilver is that it works. After he beat the blue-haired guy, I don't know his name, I'm going to be honest. I'm not even bothered to look it up. Giovanni comes out of nowhere, comes up the elevator, and it's time for him to try to ruin your day. Their plan to bring him back actually works. So now it's time for him to lose his self-confidence and lose the will to fight over a 10-year-old all over again. But did they have to go through the Safari Zone thing? Probably not. Did Game Freak have to bring back the Gen 4 companions? Probably not. But when you start a storyline with Team Rocket, you have to finish it. It's incredible to me how they didn't finish this storyline. It's just, oh, it's over. And then we're going to have a random Team Rocket grunt in Cerulean City. It's like, they didn't succeed at their goal. You didn't exactly stop Giovanni either. It was just incredible to me how this was so overlooked. If you reimagine the game, you could have fixed these errors. Heartgold and Soulsilver simply had so many problems, and we didn't even tackle all of them today. We didn't even get into the gym leader rosters and why they're so bad. If you'd like to see my opinion on that, please leave a like, comment, and sub. You know the deal. But Sacred Gold and Soulsilver are the best representation of what the Gen 2 remakes should have been like. If you're going to play a Generation 2 game, I highly recommend just playing the Generation 4 game of Soulsilver. It has a ton of resources available to the player, so the slight difficulty curve it provides, it hopefully won't make it too tough of a game. Anyways, thank you all for watching. And if you enjoyed, once again, I ask if you can please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new to the channel and enjoyed the video. Have an amazing day wherever you are. I'm bad at intros and outros, so see ya.